Okay, what is going on, everyone? DSP here, and welcome to the Weekend Preview. Today is Sunday, January 28th, 2018. I'm not gonna lie with you folks, I've been better. Things just have not been working out for the past couple of days, which is really unfortunate, because right now I'm in the middle of a major release, one of the biggest releases, in my opinion, of the year that I would have been covering because of the fact that, number one, I have a unique and informed past of being a fighting game player, and number two, because I am a large fan of the Dragon Ball anime franchise. But because I've been sick on and off, I'm like way behind on coverage of this game. I'm going to explain to everyone what's been going on, alright? And I'm going to explain to you, what you can expect coming up this week, because this week now has completely been thrown for a loop from what originally my plans were, to the point where now there is a release that I already bought that I may not even be covering at least anytime soon, and that's not good, right? Let's explain. Well, first of all, this last week. What did I do this last week? I attempted to basically put in as much time as I could with fun stuff to kill some time before the new releases started for this year, because really there have been 0 new releases so far this year. So this past week, I finished up my Demon's Souls final run. I played Super Mario Sunshine for 2 sessions, which, by the way, people love. They're really liking that playthrough. Both on stream and on YouTube, people seem to be saying, we really like this, that Phil's playing this game. Everything's been good in that. I can't complain at all. Everything's been going good with that, even though YouTube Nintendo claims all the revenue on YouTube. Things were still going good for that for 2 days. Then on Thursday, I did a big return to my podcast, which I haven't done in 2 months. I got you guys all caught up on all kinds of information regarding me and the business, letting you know that everything's been good. For 2 straight months, streaming's been at all-time high, on Twitch, so I'm being incredibly positive about it, really pumped about it. And, amongst other things, I covered a lot of current events and things going on, and basically gave you guys a preview of what to expect in the next few weeks, including the fact that I'm going to be covering several new releases, that my girlfriend is moving in the middle of February, and all of this. All leading up to the fact that on Friday, I was going to be covering the big new release, Dragon Ball FighterZ. And I was really pumped for it, excited for it. I was going to be doing a combination of the story, along with playing the different characters in training mode and then going online with them. And so Friday, that's exactly what I did. Friday during the day, for about 4.5 hours, I played through the first arc of the story mode of Dragon Ball FighterZ, which was the Heroes or Super Warriors story mode. And to be honest, the story was actually good. But once you get about halfway through it, the gameplay gets incredibly repetitive because you're just doing boring, like, one-off fights for no reason, just to grind, basically. So I say about 2 to 3 hours that was really entertaining, and the final hour and a half was pretty boring. So I wrapped up that story, and then Friday night, I went online with some of the characters that I had played with during the story, and played for about 2 hours online Friday night, excuse me. And to be completely honest with all of you, it was very hit or miss. Being launch day, the servers were going down constantly. 7 times when I was trying to play a match, either the servers completely crashed or I got kicked out of a match, which was really frustrating. Ultimately, I did win way more than I lost. I think I won like 19 matches and lost 5. And the ones that I lost were because the connections were like bad to the point where I could not block anything on reaction, which is really bad when there's a game is literally based on high-low mix-ups. That's almost all the gameplay of this game is I'm going to hit you high or I'm going to hit you low or I'm going to mix up low-high, high-low during a combo, and you need to be able to switch your block. And I wasn't accurately able to do that at all during about 5 of the matches on Friday night. But 19 wins, 5 losses, that's not a bad ratio. It means about, what, 1/5 of the time the connections aren't so great, and the other, times they're pretty good. So I was overall feeling positive after playing it Friday night, and I was ready on Saturday to jump right back in. And what I was going to do on Saturday was I was going to pick a handful of characters who I hadn't played with yet online and go into training mode with them and try to learn these characters, try to learn their bread and butter combos, so to speak, and all of that, and then go online and play them in the game. Sadly, when I woke up on Saturday, things did not go according to plan. I woke up completely uncontrollably shivering. All right. Now, this rarely happens, and when it happens to me, it's because my body temperature is really high. What it means is that basically I have a bad fever because my temperature is so high, the ambient air around me, even though it's warm, feels cold, and it makes my body uncontrollably shiver. It was so bad that I couldn't even, I got out of bed to use the bathroom, and I was like, I couldn't stop myself. I was like, this is terrible. So I grabbed ginger ale and water, hydrated the shit out of myself, took some Aleve because I knew I had a fever, went right back to sleep. Ended up waking up in early afternoon feeling a little bit better. And I told everyone, listen, there's no way that I can stream today on my first stream. Let's see how I feel later in the day. So I pretty much slept, a big majority of the afternoon. Woke up completely drenched in sweat, meaning I sweated it all out during the course of the day, which is a good thing. It means that your fever adjusted and all of that. And I didn't have a fever anymore. Had a bowl of soup, some food. And I came back Saturday night and I live streamed PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Why? Because that's what was scheduled. And I didn't want to screw the schedule up completely or anything like that. And let me tell you, you guys were amazingly supported. The people who came out, they cheered, subbed, they tipped. They felt bad that I was sick earlier in the day. We had a great stream, 2.5 hours of gameplay of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. It was really good. So again, I can't complain. I missed the stream, which was a major stream. It sucks because I'm trying to cover a competitive fighting game. And when you miss, playing a game like that for a couple days, you immediately end up behind everyone else, which is not good. But it is what it is. I'm sick, right? So Saturday night, I'm feeling better. I'm like, great, this is good. I end up watching NXT TakeOver, which is this, event that they do every time that there's like a major WWE pay-per-view. NXT also does one in conjunction. I watch that on the WWE Network. I have a lot of fun watching that. And when it ends, I say, all right, I'm going right to sleep. Because I wasn't feeling good today. I'm not going to stay up super late. I'm going to go right to sleep. I wake up this morning, Sunday morning. My head feels like it's swollen. I've got a big headache right up here, all throughout behind my right eye, into my ear. Okay, all pressure, head pressure. I can feel the heat coming off my face, so I know I have a fever again. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. After basically resting all day Saturday, excuse me. I come back from that. I stream. I'm fine. All night, I'm fine. I go to sleep. I wake up. I feel bad again. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. So again, I'm like, how am I going to play a competitive fighting game, learn characters in training mode, take them online for competitive online, when my head is literally like, massive pressure, pain, heat, fever. Can't, right? There's no way. So again, I announced, guys, I'm sorry, I got to sleep again. I don't know what else I'm going to do. So I took more leave, got more ginger ale, more water, hydrate. I go back to sleep. I wake up around a little after noon, and I'm feeling a little better. And so I tweet, okay, guys, here's the plan. As long as I feel better again like I did yesterday, I'll stream again tonight, and I'm going to leave it up to you guys what you want to see tonight, so we'll see. So I actually put up a poll. Do you want to see either Dragon Ball FighterZ, the story, or do you want to see more PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds? Reason that I did that is because I knew only having a shorter stream at night, and the fact that, again, I haven't been feeling good, that for me to say, oh, I want to do more characters and play online in Dragon Ball wouldn't have made sense. I wouldn't have had enough time to even get a handful of characters, under my belt through training. It probably would take like 20 minutes each per training mode. So you're talking an hour at least, and then you're going to go online with only like an hour left or whatever, plus, again, me not feeling so well. It doesn't make sense. Let me wait till I feel better to try to do this at a competitive level, right? The story of Dragon Ball FighterZ, pretty easy. So I knew if I continue on with that, that would make more sense. Or more PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which, as we know, does not take a lot of effort at all. And I basically announced whatever lost this poll on Twitter, I'd play Monday night instead, okay? So that's what I did. I posted that up, went back to sleep. No lie, I fell asleep around 12:45 in the afternoon. I woke up at 5:45. I slept for 5 straight hours. I didn't even, budge. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, I got to use the bathroom, or, oh, I moved. Oh, what's this? I woke up. I was dead out for 5 straight hours. So, obviously, there's something going on here, right? I don't know if I have the flu. I doubt it, because if I had the flu, you would think I have other symptoms. I would be congested. I would be coughing. You know what I mean? Sore throat. Nothing like that. It just seems to me like I got some kind of a bug that's been going around. In the United States, you may not be aware, guys, but the flu bug has been going around really bad in the United States recently. Some kids died from it, which is awful. Some people who were inoculated against it got the flu, what do they call that? The flu immunization this year, still got it anyway, which means whatever this is going around isn't the normal strain. It's some super strain or something. So I don't know what this is that I've got. Right now, here's the thing. I woke up after 5 hours being out. I feel fine. Seriously, I woke up. I was like, man, I'm sweaty again. I was like, man, I sweated it out again when I slept. I'm just real hungry now. So I went downstairs. I had some soup. A little bit, a few things, and got it in my system. And I knew I actually have to pay some bills tonight. And I said, let me go walk to the mailbox to see how I feel. I walked all the way, because my mailbox is all the way at the front of my facility here where I live. So it's a long walk. So I walked all the way over there, got the mail, got back. I'm like, I feel fine. No fever. I'm not, I don't have a headache's gone. Everything's good. So what is this that I wake up in the morning, I feel like shit. I rest, I feel fine, and for the rest of the day, and then I wake up in the morning, I feel like shit again, right? I don't even know what I could do. What could I possibly do? Because I doubt that the little mini stream that I did last night tired me out. Like I said, I watched a pay-per-view after that. I was fine. I went to sleep fine. So what the hell's going on here, right? I don't know. So, folks, this is what sucks. Right now, I'm 2 days behind in Dragon Ball FighterZ. These are 2 days when I had planned on picking new characters, trying them out, going online, learning the game, and I'm literally 2 days behind in a competitive game. This is not good. This means that the next time that I go to play, which hopefully will be, knock on wood, be tomorrow, that I'm going to be way behind. You're going to have people playing all the new characters and whooping my ass, and I'm not going to know anything about it, and it's not good. Whenever you're in a competitive fighter like this and you end up days behind at launch, you're pretty much screwed. The other factor that I have to consider that, honestly, it does weigh heavily on my mind. Unlike other people who stream for a living and other people who do YouTube for a living, or both, like I do, most of them who are successful don't have to worry about, oh no, I'm sick, I have to take a day off. For them, it's like, oh well, I make so much damn money, it doesn't really matter. It's like a holiday for me, right? I can't even take time off. The time off that I take, I have to store videos up ahead of time so YouTube isn't dead for days. You know what I mean? Like, I am a person who, I'm a one-man army. I do everything myself, and literally when I work, I pay my bills on a month-to-month basis. It's not like I have any surplus of cash or whatever, and especially right now, I've got this looming thing coming up in April where I know I'm going to have all these federal taxes I owe, and I don't know if I'm going to have enough money to pay them. I'm nervous, and now 2 days straight, I didn't stream like I was supposed to. And I don't know what's going to happen the rest of this week. Am I going to wake up every day this week feeling like shit again and again and again and have to keep sleeping in? And you know what I mean? It sucks. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I honestly don't. Like, what can you do? It's not like I'm overexerting myself. By the way, a lot of people say, oh, you should be taking vitamins. I am. I take multivitamins. I take a vitamin C supplement. Drink orange juice. I have been. Like, all the things that people would commonly suggest, I'm doing all of them. So it's not like I can control this. It just sucks that whatever this is, it's some nagging bug that won't fucking go away now. So what I'm hoping tonight is, again, I'm going to do one stream. It's going to be a shorter stream. Okay, probably 2 to 2.5 hours. It looks like it's going to be the Dragon Ball FighterZ campaign, by the way. That's what people voted for on Twitter. For whatever reason, that's what they want to see. So I'm going to play this campaign. And then after that, I'll upload and I'll relax. I'm going to go watch the Royal Rumble tonight, which is going to be on WWE Network. And then I'm going to go right to sleep. And hopefully I wake up tomorrow and I don't have a splitting headache and I don't have a fever. I don't know what else to say or do. It's just the situation I'm in. If I do have a fever tomorrow, obviously, folks, I can't stream. What am I going to do, right? Let me give you the schedule of what I want to do this week if everything goes according to plan, okay? Monday, I want to do more Dragon Ball FighterZ on my first stream. I want to try new characters in training mode, okay? And maybe do their combo. I know there's combo challenge tutorials and stuff that I want to try that and then go online with them. That's my goal for Monday's stream. Monday night, since not doing PUBG tonight, I'll be doing more PUBG on Monday night. So PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds returns Monday night. Tuesday, I want to do a day all of Dragon Ball. So again, the main stream will be me playing characters, training mode, going online. And then Tuesday night, hopefully wrapping up the Villains campaign. All right, so that's 2 out of 3 campaigns done. I have to finish all 3 of them in order to unlock Android 21, the secret character. So I have to go through all these over the course of the week somehow. Wednesday, again, if things go according to plan. Excuse me, here comes a burp. Excuse me. I want to do more Dragon Ball. And then Wednesday night, probably more PUBG. Thursday, again, maybe a whole day of Dragon Ball, okay? Where maybe I do characters during the day, and then at night, the final campaign, which I believe is the Androids campaign. Now, here's the thing. I had a couple friends who wanted to play Dragon Ball with me this week, and I'm so behind the 8 ball now, I can't even play with them because I know they've been playing more than me. All I know is the basics of the game. I don't even know combos or anything with any of the characters. So, it was actually Brian Daniil, also known as Styles online. He wanted to play or Tiger Power Gaming, he also goes by. He wanted to play a set with me, and my friend Venomous Fatman wanted to play a set with me. And right now, I'm like, I can't do anything. I haven't even played the game. I've been sick all weekend. So maybe later in the week, all right, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, or something like that, if I'm feeling up to it and I've finally played enough and I have a good few variety of characters I can mess around with, then maybe I'll be able to play a set with them rather than just random online play. That would be nice, right? Something different. And maybe by the end of this week, I can finish up all the campaigns and say, yes, finally I've beaten them all, so now I'll unlock the final character, be able to play with Android 21. I guess we'll see. We're going to have to see what happens during the course of this week and see my health and how things go, all right? Now, on Friday, UFC3 releases. Now, originally, I was going to completely skip this game, except that a bunch of people came to me and said, Phil, are you aware that UFC3 is very different from the previous two? They completely revamped the entire campaign and everything, and we would really like to see you play it if you create your own character and whatever. Listen, if people really want to see me play this game, I need your feedback this week. Let me know. Do you want to see me play UFC 3? Okay. If you do want to see me play it, great. Again, let me know. And what I'll do is on Friday, I'll play it. I'll buy it. I'll play it on Friday. We'll see how it goes. If people like it, maybe I'll play it again Saturday, Sunday. We'll see. You know, the thing is, I'll have Dragon Ball and UFC to balance. So if things are going well, you know, maybe I'll balance that for a few days or whatever. All right? I'm sure that UFC isn't going to be like a playthrough that's going to take 2 weeks. No one's going to want to see it for that long. But at least if I get a few fun sessions in, I think people would like it. But again, only if people want to see it. When I played UFC 2, no lie, I played it 2 sessions, and by the time I played the second session, people hated the game. They were bored to tears of it. I don't want that to happen again. I'm trying to entertain you guys on stream, so I'm trying to put out there what's going to be entertaining to you. So if you think that you'd like to see UFC for more than just one stream, let me know. But, you know, I'm not in a situation here where I could be dropping $60 constantly on games that I play once and then I retire them, all right? Speaking of which, now time for the elephant in the room. The game that originally I was going to play this week and is the new release for this week that at this point is screwed. Dissidia NT Final Fantasy comes out this Tuesday, okay? And originally I was going to play it. I had every intention of playing it. What I was hoping was that I would have played Dragon Ball Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, to the point where after 4 days I need a break from it. So then I would have started playing Dissidia Final Fantasy and balanced Dragon Ball and Dissidia all week. But now I'm 2 days behind Dragon Ball, so... And the other thing is, you know, I got to judge by what people want to see. And I know for a fact that when I played both betas last month, or actually it was still this month, people loved the Dragon Ball beta, and people found Dissidia boring as dirt. They thought that Dissidia wasn't very good, and they were bored to tears, and were like, man, this game is not a good stream game. And it sucks, because I already bought it. I pre-bought it. I fully expected people would be interested in a variety-style game that's so different from other games in the Final Fantasy franchise, and sometimes... I guess things just don't work out, and that's kind of the situation here, where I'm going to own the game, right? So, it's not like it's, oh, I could trade in. It's a digital purchase. I bought it ahead of time. It's fully expecting to play, and now it's like all situations, all things have conspired against me to make this not work out. So it is what it is, folks. It sucks. I really wanted to play Dissidia this week, and it looks like it's not going to happen. In addition to all of that, my God, did I make the right choice when I said I wasn't playing Monster Hunter? Can you imagine if I had said I was playing Monster Hunter World this Friday and balancing? And by the way, originally I was going to do co-op with a few popular streamers on Twitch all this weekend. That was my original plan, is that I was going to do co-op in Monster Hunter World all weekend long with these guys who wanted to play with me on Twitch. Can you imagine what a disaster that would have been? If I had committed to this and then I got sick as fuck all weekend and I would have left those guys high and dry all week. I mean, people sometimes say things happen for a reason. Obviously, I didn't fucking plan for this to happen. I want to be streaming constantly and, you know, making money and having fun while I do it. But honestly, thank God I did not commit to doing something as co-op with them, and it would have blown up in my fucking face. I hate to say it. It seems like a lot of the times when I try to commit to do stuff with other people, it never works out. I mean, a couple years ago, the people wanted me on a podcast. I told them I would be on the podcast. Then guess what happened? I got sick. So I told them, all right, let's reschedule. And then even though I was sick, they rescheduled the podcast without telling me, and then did the podcast later on when I wasn't sick anymore and said, oh, Phil should be on this podcast, but he's streaming instead. Like, they fabricated this whole story around me that was a lie to make me look bad so that they could pass off, oh, this is why he wasn't on our show, when it was all blatant fucking lie. And then they never contacted me again about being on the podcast ever again. You know? So, and by the way, I'm certainly not saying that's what would have happened if I had committed with these guys that are on Twitch, in particular this one guy, Tolo. He's a really nice guy. I host him all the time on my stream, and he's a stand-up guy. Of all the people who I kind of interact with who do gaming stuff, he's, you know, one of the guys who I would trust. It would have been, I'm sure he would have just been more, you know, sad that I wouldn't be able to join him than anything else. But thank God I did. I would have screwed those guys over if I committed to doing this weekend. So I'm glad that I didn't. But yeah, it should be said, I'm not playing Monster Hunter World. In fact, thank God I didn't play Monster Hunter World. Can you imagine that? If I was now trying to juggle Dragon Ball and Monster Hunter World, and then for 2 days I couldn't do my streams, and now I'm trying to come back and catch up, it would have never happened. It would have been a nightmare situation. It sucks. I don't, you know, and for me, the other thing is funny for me, I don't leave the house that much. I leave the house maybe twice a week. Once I go out to run my errands, meaning go grocery shopping. Oh, excuse me. I go grocery shopping and check my mail and grab some food. And then maybe one other time a week, if I have anything else I need to do, check my mail, grab food or whatever. So if for someone who lives out of the house twice a week for like, you know, a couple hours, yet I still fucking get sick. It's just, I mean, that's not a testament to how screwed up this sickness is that's been going around and everyone's been catching it. You know, I don't know what it is. I'm pretty much isolated. I'm in a isolation booth here all week, working. Yet somehow even I got sick, right? But again, it's a weird sickness because here I am. I feel fine. No fever, no symptoms. But now am I going to wake up tomorrow with another fucking fever and a headache, right? Or chills again or whatever. I don't know. So what I'm hoping is everything goes fine. If everything goes fine this week, Dragon Ball all week, okay? Mixed in with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Later in the week, I'll mix in UFC. We'll play it by ear. We'll see how it goes. All right. Again, knock on wood that I'm good now. I hope after 2 days of friggin' rest that I'm good. And in addition to that, like I said, later this week, if I can do co-op with a few people who I'm friends with and maybe do online gameplay against them, I would love to. But again, I can't commit to anything until I see what happens this week. So, folks, I apologize, you know. And like I said, certainly it's not my choice. It's not like, oh, Phil's lying, he's taking a few days off. Listen, I need to stream to make money to pay my bills, all right? I don't like taking time off. Taking time off is bad for me. It makes me nervous. I'll be honest, even though I'm resting up, I'm nervous as hell. What's going to happen now? Because there's 2 streams. I should have been making money. I didn't make any money. Thank God you guys came out last night, Saturday night, for the PUBG stream, and were very supportive. But I don't know what's going to happen. Tonight I'm doing this villains campaign in Dragon Ball. People don't seem to like the story of Dragon Ball, so what if no one shows up and I make no money, right? This is all things nagging at me in the back of my head. It's making me worrisome. You know, I'm worried sick, honestly. Am I getting sick because I'm worried about that? Now, I don't know. I hope not. But, you know, this sucks. I want to be here for you, and you know, there's nothing I can do about it when I feel like shit. So let's see what happens. Let's play it by ear. Let's go. Let's see. You know, hopefully everything goes all right. And to the few people who, again, out there who are in such an ideal state where wherever they live, they can go to the doctor whenever they want, and it's free. Or for those who have amazing health insurance or their parents pay for everything. No, I don't have the option to just drop everything and go to a doctor. To walk into a doctor's office right now, unscheduled, would cost me hundreds of dollars. To get any medication would cost me hundreds of dollars. It's not going to happen. So I'm worried about not streaming 1 or 2 days, which would cost me hundreds of dollars, okay? Or I could walk into a doctor's office and immediately spend like $500 for something that won't even guarantee that I'm not going to get better, right? I would much rather, you know, just relax a few days here like I've been doing. Hopefully this all blows over now. Worst case scenario, if I have to, I'll go to a doctor. But this is it, people. Adult life, when you're self-employed, you basically have to stay out of the doctor's office as much as you can. I know it's ridiculous. It sounds stupid. There are some countries where I'm sick, I could go right to the doctor. Not here in the United States of America. Unless you have amazing health insurance, which you don't get if you're self-employed, you're fucked. You got to go to the doctor. You're immediately going to have to shell out hundreds of dollars that I don't have. You know? What's the point of going to the doctor, taking a ton, you know, paying $500-600 to get better, and then I'm working, but the money that I work just goes right to paying for the doctor anyway. I might as well have just stayed away from the doctor and rested at home and not streamed at all. You know what I mean? So that's the point here. Is like, it sucks. I wish that this was a better situation and we had good health care in the United States. We don't. We don't. It's terrible, and it's just, ever since I've become self-employed, it's been the same for me. Unless I absolutely need to, I don't go to the doctor because it's a situation where I just don't have the money. Especially right now, I'm doing good on Twitch and everything, and now I'm going to drop thousands of dollars on a fucking doctor for a cold or whatever I've got. that negates all the money I made, and now come April, I have no money to pay my taxes again, and we're back to square one. I can't do this again. I can't do what I did in 2015 when my foot swelled up. I go to the doctor thinking, oh, this will be fine, and I get billed over, $1,500 for a fucking doctor's visit. I can't do it. I'm just not in that situation where I can afford this shit anymore. So hopefully everything goes all right. I'll let you guys know. Obviously, if I'm sick again, you're going to know about it. And if I absolutely need to go to the doctor, I will. But for now, knock on wood, hope everything goes well, and I can play Dragon Ball all this week and have fun with you guys, all right? Sorry again. I obviously didn't plan for this, but that's life, okay? All right, without further ado, folks, the final time, I'm going to give thanks to the following patrons who made the earlier this month, I played Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. It was made possible by these patrons. In addition, folks, just to remind you, since we are at the very end of the month, it's the 28th. It means there's only 3 days left. Yeah. For you to pledge to my Patreon, if you pledge $5 or more to my Patreon by the end of this month, you'll be nominating and voting on indie games to play in the upcoming marathon I'll be doing. If you pledge $20 or more, you'll get your questions answered on my upcoming Ask the King show, which is going to take place in late February. So 2 particular perks you're going to want to get in on and pledge by the end of the month. So just a reminder about that, okay? Right down here. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you hopefully this week. I'll be over this cold, and we'll go from there. Thanks, everyone.